Good evening. I am a little bit later than planned, but I am here and it is time for us to have a sneaky peek behind the scenes at our new training package. So I'm going live in several places. Hopefully the technology is going to hold out, but when you jump on or when you watch this on the replay, it would be lovely for me to know who joined me. So if you want to say hello, if you want to ask me any questions either live or on the replay, that is fab. That is what this is all about. Please do let me know in the comments who is joined already and the journey that you've been on with breath work, with meditation, with mindful movement, with yoga, whatever it is. You are in effect a spiritual teacher. Along with that understanding and that knowledge, there's all this fear around judgment and acceptance. What will the neighbours think? What will the people I went to school with think? What will my employer think? What will my family think? You know, there's so much around spirituality and what it means to be a spiritual person, and there's so much misunderstanding, and there's so much there's just a lot going on when you think about stepping up to share this stuff. So my mission last week and this week is all around you stepping into that calling, and you will know it's a calling. You'll have heard that whisper in your heart, in your soul space, maybe during meditation, maybe it's during your breathwork practice, maybe it is just that inner knowing of like, I should be working with this. Maybe it's just when you go to those classes yourself, or you go to a festival, or you go to a retreat, or you go to wherever you go, you feel connected, joyful, uplifted. You know, I remember when we went to Soul Circus a couple of weeks ago. It feels like forever ago, but it was only actually a month ago, really. And the joy from just feeling connected to soul space, being connected to other people, you know, that's all brought about by spiritual teachers teaching spiritual practice. We cannot have too many of that or too much of that at all. Our mission, my mission as a brand is to get as many people out there sharing this stuff. And what's really, really interesting is we're entering the Aquarian age, and we're already in it, but we'll have seen, and for some of you that'll mean nothing, for some of you that'll mean everything. But what is really interesting is that the tide is turning. So many sort of what you would call average people are now investigating, exploring what spirituality means to them. We're starting to be able to, our whole brand is all around people understanding, or is aiming to help people understand that spirituality is for everyone. There's not a specific type of person that needs to meditate, or that could meditate, or that should meditate. You know, you don't have to be vegan, you don't have to be bendy, you don't have to be wearing hippie trousers unless you want to do that. That's what Exhale's all about. And what's really interesting is that as we're shifting into this age of Aquarius, as we're getting more deeper into that time period, we're seeing so many more people coming forward and saying, actually, I'd like to try that. Actually, I do believe there must be something more out there. I do want to explore that. Or people are coming forward and saying, actually, I've always been a little bit spiritual. I've always liked that a little bit, but I've been scared about talking about it. Even, and this was amazing to me this morning, I got an email, or it might have been a notification of some sort of form of social media, and it was talking around Holly Willoughby and her latest business venture. Her new business venture is spiritual by nature. She called it Rooted in Spirituality. It's going to be all around, it's a lifestyle brand, or looking at fashion, looking at, you know, like household stuff, you know, things that you would expect Holly to like, you know, like cool candles and all that kind of stuff. But also with that, she's looking at energy work, she's looking at healing, she's looking at meditation. So this stuff that I'm talking about now is not just for the weird and the wonderful people like that I would class myself as. This is for everybody, and this is why it's an amazing time for you to either start your well-being business or your spiritual business, or if you've already got one, start to really gain traction, start to really commit to those big goals, and start to get the training, the support, the mindset, the mentorship that is required to make your business a success. There is absolutely no way that you can practice spiritual practice on your own. There are so many courses out there that are like a one-day fix all course. You can go and learn to teach mindfulness, you know, in some cases online in one day and off you go. But what really makes a difference with what we do is that we walk alongside you. We really honor that ancient tradition of teacher and student walking hand in hand, being drawn to each other magnetically almost, and sharing that journey together, so that the student can go out there and learn on the job, but also be supported. In our group last week, we were talking around everyone gets really upset around spiritual teachers needing to be gurus before they can go out there and teach meditation, all that kind of stuff. And I talked about how personally, and how there's a big shift towards this in the industry as well. It's not just me, that we have junior doctors, for example, that go and they study, they do their initial qualifications, and then they're actually let out onto the wards to treat people, but under the supervision and guidance of a consultant, of people that have experience. So it's absolutely okay for you to do that, as long as you are adequately supported, and as long as you have commitment to that lifelong support, and reflective practice, looking back on how you showed up in any given moment, looking back on what you shared with people, and looking for insights, looking for ways to improve, looking for ways to deepen that experience all the time. And that's something that we absolutely do as a community. So you are never on your own if you train with us. We walk with you hand in hand throughout that journey for as long as you want that support for as well. So I'm just going to have a look at the comments. Hi, Ashley. Ashley's saying she needs to do some deep breathing tonight. Absolutely. Go ahead and do that. Just find a nice quiet spot, maybe put some music on, turn off your notifications on your phone, maybe light a candle. I always find it's loads easier for us to reconnect to ourselves and to disconnect from the chaos around us when it's darker. So all you need to do is just allow that breath to be free and easy without changing anything initially, and just watch your breath to begin with. And then I'd start to slowly deepen the breath, deepen through relaxing the shoulders, releasing the jaw, but also starting that breath using the tummy. So using the diaphragm, dropping the diaphragm down, expanding the tummy, and that breath moving in through the nose all the way down into the tummy. The tummy expands, even if you have to push that tummy out a little bit to begin with to get that sensation. And then that breath rises up into the chest, and then you want to release that breath through the mouth. That's how we do it. If we need a little bit of calm and chill in our lives, the exhale is the most important bit, hence our name. We want to exhale for around twice as long as you inhaled, breathing all the way out. So go and enjoy that, Ashley. So what I wanted to show you, though, what I'm here for really, and I've been on 10 minutes already without showing you anything, but I wanted to show you behind the scenes of our Power Up training package. So I've had loads and loads of messages and emails all around, how does it work? What does it look like? What will you teach us? All that kind of stuff. So that is what I'm going to show you. So technology gods need to be with us. If you have any questions, please do let me know, either in the Facebook group, by email. You can respond to any of my emails that I send out personally. I will respond and read them all. Or you can just put some comments on this, either when you're watching live or on the replay. So let me go ahead and see if I can do some screen sharing. So what do I want to share this one? Let's have a look and see if I can do it. So I know that you can see that now. So I'm just going to see if I can get this one up. Let's see. Let me just have a look. Fantastic. So if I get that one up and then stop share, give me a minute to work out the technology because I want to share something else first. This window we want. In fact, bear with me. We'll do Slack first. Okay, so what I'm showing you now, the computer decided this is what it wanted to show you first. That is fine. So we have a training platform called Slack. In Slack, this is where you would find your manuals. I don't know if you can see down here, we have all of these different channels. So you think of those as topics, and we have documents, manuals, graphics, everything that you get as part of your training package you would find in here. And what's really amazing about our training package is you can start your training at any time. And you can then complete your online modules. So you have 7 modules to work through, each with a workbook associated with that. People can either fly through that and they get through that within a couple of months. Some people quicker, some people take longer, some people really take the time and work their way through those modules, just doing a little bit each week and just really letting that information sort of permeate and settle and integrate to who they are before they move on to the next. So what's really amazing about what we do is in fact, I'll stop sharing this for a moment so I can talk to you better. What we do is there's no time pressures, there's no deadlines. We do give you accountability in that we have platforms. Hi Kelly. We have platforms where you can contact more experienced instructors for support. I go live with you weekly on a Monday to answer your questions. And sometimes, and for mentorship as well, and business strategy, and sometimes some of the instructors will say to me, look, Kai, I've set this goal of being out there teaching classes by X date. Can you give me a bit of a push? Can you get me motivated? Can you keep me going? So I'm absolutely able to do that for you. But for the vast majority of people, they work through at their own pace. They've all got their own different circumstances, different things going on for them at home. So some people, and different experience levels. Some people, this will be absolutely new knowledge to them. Some people are already qualified mindfulness or meditation teachers already, and this is just a way of them deepening and updating and modernizing their practice, so they will fly through much more quickly. So there's no time pressure, there's no deadlines, but you could expect to have those modules, the online modules, you'll start as soon as you pay your deposit. You can work through those within a couple of months, say. Then, this is what's really amazing about what we do, is you have a whole year included in your training price of mentorship, support, monthly new class plans, scripts, playlists, graphics, workshops, CPD. So those of you that have done your research will know that in order to comply with the regulators in mindfulness and meditation, in order to get insurance, you need to make a commitment to ongoing learning and supported learning as well, to be out there and be a trusted teacher, not just with your clients, but also with your peers as well. And it's with your peers that you really start to get all of these opportunities flowing in terms of corporate clients, maybe writing magazine or newspaper articles and all that kind of thing. So it's really important that you kind of adhere to that. So whether you train with us or somebody else, please make sure that you are supported for a minimum of 12 months in your learning, and that's what we're all about. What's really amazing is after that first year, you can decide whether you want to stay with Exhale or whether you want to go elsewhere. If you do decide to stay, it's only £130 to renew your license, so we're not going to ask you to put up the money for your training again. Essentially, you are trained, you're just buying into our credibility, the ability to use our brand name, our graphics, and all the events that we go to, all of the the press that we get, that all helps you win clients, because ultimately it gives you more exposure as a brand. You're stronger as a team anyway. But also what's really important, again, to go back to that original piece that we're saying, you're not meant to practice, you're not meant to teach meditation and go out there and be isolated on your own. You're meant to be supported by community. So we allow you to do that. So without further ado, I will go back onto the screen sharing and just hope that it works out. So I'll go back to Slack. So Slack is our online platform. That's where we house all our manuals, all of our graphics. So each month you'll get some new graphics. Each month you will get a new meditation script. Each month you'll get new training. So we always do a workshop. Usually there's one a week. When I say monthly, you get one a month. That's the minimum usually. And I'll show you our training calendar in a minute to give you an idea of what to expect. But we have usually at least one workshop going on each week in some capacity. There's also mentorship, as I say, business mentorship, spiritual mentorship that goes on every Monday. And we've obviously got opportunities to ask questions either face-to-face during these mentorship calls. And when I say face-to-face, it's usually by Zoom or by Facebook Live. But also you have platforms where you can ask questions and somebody will come back to you, either one of the leadership team or one of our gorgeous instructors. So I'm going to show you that one of those platforms right now. So let's find it. Here we go. So what you're looking at now is September's graphics. So this is the first lot of graphics pack that they have had this month. So they got these Instagram squares, and then we've also got some Instagram stories as well in there. So we have these channels. This is where it's almost like topics. So you could search for example, all the documents which you might need when you first become an instructor. So up here we've got social media guidelines, you've got your manual, you've got a pre-teaching checklist, so to make sure that you are ready to teach, you've done all your documents and done everything you needed to do. You've also got terms and conditions, disclaimers. We do all of the hard work for you. What we've also got in here is a big bank of images, and we're about to do another photo shoot on Friday where we'll update all of those, but we have a big bank of images that you can use on top of your monthly graphics as well. We've got stuff if you were teaching online, you've got slides that you can use here, you've got logos, Facebook cover pages, all those things that really take a long time when you are brand new to business. Really, we've done all that for you. We took out all of the hard work out of running a business and tried to make it as easy as possible. This is all based on the stuff that I found really time consuming and really draining, and everything that I found difficult when I was first starting out in business. I thought, right, okay, I'll do that for them. I've got that sorted for them. So everything like that you need, all of the extra stuff that you get month on month for the full 12 months, you'll find over in Slack. So I'm going to show you now what we have in our training and development calendar. So I just need to get rid of Slack. Let's quit Slack on here, and then we will go to share the screen here. See if I can find this one. Is it not letting me do that? Oh, technology. Right. So we should be able to see a Chrome. Here we are. So we've got Trello. Let's share Trello. Okay, so you can hopefully see what I can see right now. I'm just going to check. Yes, perfect. So this is our training and development calendar. So it probably looks a bit overwhelming if you've never seen it before, but essentially what you've got in that first column here is everything that you will get if you sign up to the Power Up package. Okay, so that works down. So if I can move, I can show you, scroll all the way down. That's everything. You get all the different workshops, all the trainings that you get. So when you sign up to Power Up, you get a workshop, a masterclass with me via Zoom. That's on the art of relaxation, where we learn all about the nervous system. We learn about heart focused breathing. We learn about all of the prep, all the things that you've probably not thought about in terms of managing your own energy, making sure everyone's safe, making sure that everybody's truly relaxed. It truly is an art. You can't just show up in a class and teach it like you would Zumba. You know, there's prep that needs to go into it. We cover all of that in there. You've also got another workshop later that month called Reclaim Your Power. So that's all about stepping into your truth, sharing your wisdom, gaining that clarity, that creativity, but also using your energy in order to support that, and the wisdom of your heart to be able to support that. Then you've got the option to come to a live practical training. This is where we flow through our movement sequences and look at all of the stuff that we do physically in class to make sure you've got that down. It's a safe place to practice, and we essentially tutor you and guide you to make sure that if you've ever been to an Excel class, it looks so easy, but it does take a little bit of time just to get into that flow of breathing in and out and linking each movement to the breath and making it look all gorgeous and seamless. But everyone gets there in the end. It's just that initial bit. That's where we make all our mistakes in there. And what's really nice about all these workshops is that they are open. Pretty much all of them are open to everybody who is an Excel instructor, with the exception of these two that are coming up next. So we have heart space training, which is usually an additional training. So if you trained as an instructor with us in the past, you would have to pay extra to be trained in heart space. So when you join Power Up, you get an extra training for free as part of that. And heart space is training you to be able to deliver a workshop, which we call heart space, which is all around using the wisdom of the heart, using physiology to help us regulate and co-regulate. So it's great for parents, it's great for people that work in caring professions. It's just great all round, to be fair, but particularly for people that are like nurses, doctors, psychologists, all that kind of stuff. So we get a lot of people interested in learning that kind of thing. It also has a spiritual twist to it as well. So we also talk about the fact that the heart is the window to the soul, and it stores our memories, it stores our intuition in there. That's where our intuition comes from. But also it's all backed up by science. So everything that we do at Exhale, whilst essentially we're teaching spiritual practices, all backed up by science. And this is what makes a difference, because it allows people to really, it gives them permission to explore their spiritual side. Sometimes people just need the permission. They just need the understanding, like they need a bit of tangibility. That's a word. It needs to be tangible before they will fully embrace it. The other thing you get if you sign up to the Power Up package that you would normally have to pay extra for is the Power Up training. So that's another full day's training where you learn our gorgeous new class, which is called Power Up. So I heard someone describe it the other day as, imagine you're in Ibiza, it's a beautiful day, maybe the sun's setting, you've got the music blasting, and you're thinking about what you can achieve in this life. You're thinking about that big vision for the future, and you may be moving your body to the music, but you're manifesting as you go. You're meditating, you're manifesting, and there's loads of music on. That's what Power Up's all about. It's not about relaxation, it's about making you feel alive, connected, on fire. We also have, as part of the Power Up package, a workshop with our special friend Gemma from Calm Creative. I think the name is of her company is, but she's an Excel instructor and she's a graphic designer. So she's going to help us learn how to create our own graphics in line with our social media guidelines. Then we've also got social media mastery workshop with Hannah is Social, and Hannah's an amazing social media guru. She's an external company herself. She's going to come in and do that workshop for you for free. And then also you get money off our CPD and photo shoot day next year. So you get headshots, action shots of yourself, a gorgeous lunch, loads of learning, loads of workshops, all for a discount if you join us next year. So on top of that, so that's everything in this column here. Hopefully you can see my mouse. What we also have, and this is, remember, it's a year-long program. This is what's happening each and every week, each and every month. So every week we have business development, mentorship, coaching, strategy, and that's every Monday at 9:45. We also have an open practice session, and that is a place where you can practice your script, you can practice your movement sequences, your breath work, your teaching, your tutoring, whatever you want to do in a safe space. So that's live via Zoom, and that's the last Monday of every month. We've got free Cpd opportunities. So here, this is everything that would be free if you're an instructor. We've also got here extra things that you can pay for if you want additional training. So that's why the heart space and the Power Up training is there. Obviously, that's not relevant for anyone who's going to sign up to Power Up because you get it included in your package. I just noticed I spelled package wrong. But it doesn't matter, you know what I mean. And then we've got instructor certification practical dates. So to explain this, so we get a mix of people coming to train with Exhale. Some people just want to learn tools and techniques to implement into their current practice, so what they're already doing. So maybe they're a yoga teacher and they want to add in a little bit of meditation at the end of their class and know how to teach that well, rather than just read a script. Maybe they're a coach and they want to help people manifest, so they want to learn our power up techniques. So we have people doing that. Okay, and they just complete their modules, their workbooks. They then get certified to be able to teach that as part of their current practice. If you want to be able to teach Exhale as an Exhale instructor and use our gorgeous class format, which is a beautiful blend of breath work, mindful movement and meditation, all sets those stunning Ibethan inspired or like acoustic chart classics, all that kind of stuff, those soundtracks, then you have to do an additional practical training day. That's just to make sure, as I say, that you've got all of the movements down, everything's syncing with each other, you've nailed that breath while you're talking, and all those practical things our instructors have to learn. We take you through that. So you've got two options. You come up with you get two certificates. You get an instructor certificate if you want to go down that route, or you can get our diploma in modern meditation practice if you want to add our knowledge, our particular techniques to what you currently offer. So that's that. So I wanted to show you as well our instructors training area. So let me get rid of that one. Share this share screen. Oh, Emma's saying she's got to go and get the girls to bed, which it says, if anyone thinking of joining, the support and training you get with Excel is amazing. The additional CPD, the business support, the resources, and just the amazing team is second to none. Thank you. That's a gorgeous thing to say. So what did I want to show you? I want to show you actually what the content is like. So as I said, you have 6 modules to complete. So you log into our website, this is our training platform, and we start with, so this is our diploma in modern meditation practice. So you start with a little welcome video from me, and then you get some sessions to enjoy as part of your own meditation practice. So you get a session led by myself, a session led by the gorgeous Gemma. You also get an audio recording of a session. Some people like to listen to that before bed. And then you also get a link to our Spotify account. That's where you can find all of our music if you want to practice your meditation by yourself. So when you join us in training, we ask you to complete a meditation diary for a minimum of 21 days and share that with us. But we also obviously expect you to have a meditation practice. So at the moment, it might be that you dip in and out of your meditation practice. It's not that consistent. That is absolutely fine, as long as you are committed to having a regular, committed, consistent meditation practice. That's what matters. It's the commitment that is more important than where you are currently at. Because remember, we have you for a year with us, where you're supported with us. Sometimes we have to poke you with a stick. Sometimes we help unpick things and help you with your motivation. Sometimes we make things feel easier. That's what we aim to do. And we aim to inspire and uplift you as well. So wherever you are now, just know that the vision is what is important. If you're feeling that call to share this stuff, trust that and know that, you're here on this page watching this for a reason. That level of support is maybe what your particular journey needs. So we have Unit 1, which I'll show you as an example what content you get for Unit 1. So everything is all gorgeously on brand. So this is an example of the kind of content that you would get for Module 1. So Module 1 is all about understanding what we stand for, how you're going to be serving your community, and it's going to help you start to get to know us a little better, all whilst beginning your 21-day meditation challenge. While I'm here, I might as well take you through these modules. So the Module 2 is all about introduction to meditation. So in this unit, we get clear on the definitions of meditation, take a look at how it sits alongside mindfulness, and we start to explore the benefits of the ancient practice. In Unit 3, you get the lowdown on how to use our really unique self-led meditation method and understand why this groundbreaking approach makes meditation so transformational. In Unit 4, this is the big one, I love this one, you learn all about the techniques, benefits and applications of our movement sequences, the breath work, the music and the aromatherapy. So it's a really meaty unit. But it's the one where people go, oh, wow, I never realized that when you were doing the head and neck rolls, it was having this benefit, or I never realized that the music that you used had this set frequency with it and it does this for you. And that aromatherapy you've got on, you know, the oils that you're using, I didn't realize that it had all these additional benefits. So this is kind of the eye-opening one. There's quite a lot in there. Really take your time with that one when you get to that one. With Unit 5, you get loads of bite-sized videos, so I'll show you that in a minute. And we begin to piece together your unique language, analogies and delivery style for each of our tools and techniques. So what is really amazing about Exhale is it gives you the foundation, it gives you the framework in which to teach a beautiful class, which we know people enjoy and love, but it also gives you the freedom to be yourself. So we really encourage you to stand in your own power, really understand what you stand for, what your values are, what works for you and what doesn't, and really bring your personality as well into your teaching. So that unit is all around that. In Unit 6, we learn about the spiritual, emotional and physiological benefits of mind-body practice. So that's the breath work, the mindful movement and the meditation, and look at the applications for that in the modern world. And in Unit 7, we look at teaching online. This has been a bit of a minefield for a lot of our instructors. So we added this module on, and it ensures that you've got all the information to make sure you're teaching safely and legally and effectively online. Okay, so this is Unit 1. So this first unit is all talking about the values, the mission, talks about what classes you can offer, how our classes are structured. It talks about how to, you know, what you can say, what you can't say in terms of the brand and all that kind of stuff. Talks about what you can do with your class plans, with music. So it's really super easy, that very, very first module. So we'll come out of that one. And we'll go back in, we'll have a look. Let's have a look down here. So you've got Unit 2, some YouTube links, really nice videos, really easy. Got Unit 3, which has got another video there, some Joe Dispenza. But this is the one that I wanted to show you. So these are all broken down, the movement sequences, the breath work, the introduction, looking at, I mean, there's loads here. So these are all recorded for you so you can understand all of our different movement sequences and see how they are delivered. Look at the language. You've got 2 classes at the beginning here, which shows you how you put everything together. And let's have a look at this one. So you've got, this is Unit 6. So let's come off that one. I wanted to show you, let's have a look. I wanted to show you these documents. You've seen a workbook already, but I wanted to show you these additional PDFs that we have as well. So we really like to make things super easy, and we also work on the basis that if you need something extra, in terms of if you need more information, if you need us to break it down, if you want a handy PDF, we'll create it for you. So this is where this is an example of that kind of thing. So how we would do that for you. So somebody had asked me, can you really simply break it down what's actually happening in the brain when we meditate? So we created this PDF for you. So that's one of those. We also created another PDF to go through with that about the different brainwave changes. So basically, what we do is on this page, we add stuff in. So we have 100% study guarantee. So if you are stuck, if you're struggling, if you need help, we will add something in for you to help you understand. And that all goes on this page here. So that will grow as our instructors grow. It's all great because it helps us understand what is working, what isn't, and what you need to support you on their journeys. We can get you out there teaching as quickly as possible. Everyone is so unique, so individual. Everyone has different learning styles and preferences. We try to meet everybody's needs. Let's have a look at this one. Okay, so just quickly scroll through this. So this is our unit 4. So this is all about the movement sequences and the breath work. So this should give you an idea. I'm not going to read it all out, obviously, because it's a very long unit, of the kind of stuff that we cover. We do a little bit on anatomy. And funnily enough, that's Laura there. Laura is our physiology and anatomy specialist. So if you ever, any of our instructors are struggling with somebody that's got an injury in class, for example, they might have a shoulder or head or neck injury, Laura helps adapt the class plans to suit that individual. So that's something else you get for a year. You've got that full support of making sure that everybody can access your class. No one has to sit anything out unless they want to. So that just gives you an idea of the kind of things, looking at the different movements that we do. And here's some more examples. So we're talking about how to deliver these sequences, but also the benefits of these sequences as well. Then we move on to breath work, and so it goes on and on and on. So there's loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of content there for you. So I'll get rid of that one. So that's our training platform. So that is pretty much everything that I wanted to show and share with you, actually. Hi, Sarah. Thank you for joining us. It'll give you a really good idea of where everything is and how everything works now. So hopefully that will help. The only thing that I've not mentioned, and Sarah's just reminding me, actually, because Sarah's here, is that you also get a recommended reading list and a reading list. So there's some books on there that you absolutely need to read, so that you can learn and understand in more depth some of our tools and techniques. And there's not many on there at all. And then we have our recommended reading list as well. So those are for people that are further along in their meditation journey, want to deepen and understand their practice or understand their tools and techniques. So that answers that question. I think it might have been Sarah that asked that question earlier. So there's no need to power through. You've got that full year to get your head around all of that stuff, unless you want to. Like some people have already got clients that are desperate for this. Some people already have a really good grounding and understanding in this kind of practice and just want to get out there teaching. But just know that that support package is available to you for the entire year, and then longer if you want to renew. And as I say, when you do renew, it's only £130 to renew. You don't have to pay the full training fee again. And most of our instructors stay with us for a very, very long time because they like it, they enjoy it. So I can't see the comments which are there. But I'll have to. I don't know why. Technology. It's full moon, isn't it? Maybe it's that. So that's pretty much everything that I want to share with you today. So thank you so much for joining me. If anyone has any questions about our training programs, if anybody wants to connect with an instructor to see what it's like, then please do let us know. Please reach out to us either by email. If you're on my mailing list, any email that you got from me, just hit reply and it'll come straight through to me. You can comment in our Facebook group. You can send me a direct message on Instagram or on Facebook, and one of us will get back to you. So it's been my pleasure to just show you around, give you a sneaky peek of what you have in store for you. So I am so excited to welcome more people into our training portal, if you like. And I like using the word portal because it is more an accurate description of what's actually going to happen. What I want you to remember, this is what I'm going to leave you on, is that even if you decided for whatever reason, and this doesn't happen, but say it did, that you didn't want to do this as a business, so you do your training, you don't want to do it as a business, the transformation that you will go on personally is 100% where the value lies with this course. The dedication, the commitment to showing up and sharing this stuff, to deepening your own practice, to finding your inner strength and your voice and your confidence. I think it was Emma, one of our lead trainers, she said something like when she was training initially, she'd never felt more challenged, but never felt happier, never felt more alive, never felt more connected to her purpose. So it does push you, but in the most amazing, amazing way. So just let that lead, let that sense of having a deeper connection to your soul. That's the primary reason for doing this. And then being able to share that with other people. What a gift. What a gift. So thank you for joining me. I'm going to love you and leave you. And I will see you tomorrow if you are in our Facebook community. We are going to be doing a 3-part video series. I've got to go off and teach in the morning, but then I'll be back to make sure those videos go out in the group and to answer your questions. On Wednesday night, I am live with my masterclass. It's a gorgeous experience. We call it an immersive experience, and it really is. So there's lots of music, there's lots of visual imagery, there's lots of meditation. There is lots of manifesting as well, but there is also a little bit of a teach at the beginning about finding that confidence, how to do it, how to not make the mistakes that I made in terms of hiding who I was, hiding my practice, and really getting out there so you can reach more people, help more people more quickly. And then Thursday we have Exhale TV Marathon, which is the day that I love because you get to meet all of my instructors and have a good old chinwag and a brew with them. Then on Friday we are at our annual CPD and photo shoot, so I'll give you a sneaky behind the scenes tour there as well. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you very soon. I will pop the link. In fact, I'm going to do it now. I'm going to do that while I'm here because otherwise I will forget to do it. I will pop the link in the comments to have a good look at that training package, and hopefully that will show up there in a moment. Has it done it? Fingers crossed. Thank you for joining me. See you later.